Hey everyone, Tom here from TechNexus, and thanks for joining me on this week's video. Excuse me. Now, last week we went through the whole routine of uploading a Plant 3D project into the new Autodesk Construction Cloud, or ACC. And what I've done quickly is just mocked up a quick little PNID, and I wanted to go through some of the markup and issue creation features here on ACC, and also the compare tool, which is up here at the top right. All of these tools were available in BIM 360, and now with ACC, you know, the symbols have changed a little bit, and how things run have changed a little bit as well. So I thought it might be a good idea to get into those. So we're at V3 of this PNID, and you can see I've just added a few bits and pieces. So if I wanted to do a comparison of V3 against another version, so I can come at the top right here and click on the Compare Documents button. Oops. And then we got V3 versus V2. Okay, and what we might do is just do within the sheet view of that. Okay, and it comes up and it says that V3 has those lines drawn, and I can turn those on or off, and V2 doesn't have anything underneath either. I can also align, so there's probably nothing much really to do there because I haven't got anything to align it against, but looks like we've got hide colors, show colors, and alignment, so we can see there that it'll compare V2 to V3 or V3 to V2, whichever way you want to call it. We've got overlay, and we've got side by side as well. So that means that you get this sort of slider bar to show you V3 on the left and V2 on the right. Okay, so this will be, I guess, particularly handy if you are comparing files that have a lot more work in them. It's something we can go through over the coming weeks. I can add some more information to this PNID and then show you that feature there. And then down the bottom, we got pan, fit to view, zoom window, or just zoom, side by side, overlay, close the panel, open the panel, and then exit that feature. So again, if you're doing a lot of sort of day-to-day updates on these files, that compare feature might be good for you. So having a look down the right hand side here, you got the selection tool. So just to pick items, what I might do is I might jump into the actual model space, and then you can see what it is. So if I pick that line there and go to properties, you can see that it is an S line from Plant 3D or PNID. It's in CS150 spec, size 6-inch, and it's a primary line segment and new. So it will be interesting to see. I haven't tried it yet, but to see if there's any custom properties come through here. So we might do that in another exercise as well. The pen mode. So if I just start drafting something, and then I can come back later and edit it, and then get the border color. So change the color, change the thickness of the line. Okay. Links. So it looks like we can only link files within the ACC project. So it doesn't look like you can link hyperlinks, but you can link other files. So it could be handy. What else we've got here? Nothing else. So I can copy it. I can publish it as a markup. So for the time being, it's unpublished, so no one else will see it, I'm assuming. And if I had others on this project, it looks like others will be able to see it. It looks like as well, when I do change from publish, it changes the color slightly as well. Okay. So if we want to get rid of those, I can just come up to the right hand side and delete those markups there as well. Okay, same thing, I did an issue before, so we can just come up here and delete the issue. And then we've also got highlighter mode, so same deal as the pen. Doesn't look like there's much difference. We can come through and change the border thickness. It looks like it's a little bit thicker as a highlighter, so the thin weight looks still quite thick. And then border color, and opacity. Okay, so you've got pen and highlighters there. Different shapes. So we've got the arrowhead, so it goes from the tail to the head itself. Okay, and then you can adjust certain settings here. If you need to do just straight lines, circle, polygon, four-sided polygons, a square, and a cross. So if you want something, if you want to cross out that valve, we can come through and say that it needs to be crossed out. Okay, and add any other links to it. So they're just shapes. Then we've got text. So add text in draw. So here's your text. So say remove gate valve. Change the font size to be a bit smaller. Border color red. Okay, so you've got text color in one color and then border color in another. Border thickness and any other fill colors as well. And the opacity 20, 40, 60, 80, and 100. Okay, so if it's something you want to do, you can come through and just throw in bits of text there. You can copy it as well, publish it, and delete it. So we'll delete that. Revision clouds, or markup clouds maybe. So we'll just say no fill, and again copy it or publish it. So if it's published, I don't have anyone else on this project, but I'm assuming if it's published, it means that it's going to be seen by everyone on the project. We can come back and delete that as well. So little sort of call outs. So that way you have the arrowhead plus the box in there. So again, same thing, remove gate valve. Change the font size a little bit. Okay. Again, link it back to another file. Delete it. Polyline polygon mode. So I guess maybe for highlighting maybe sort of areas that you want to draw around, maybe it's something you don't need a square or a circle for. So very similar feature to the ones before. Okay, so they're all the sort of the markup tools. Then we got the issues. So I might say this is a design issue on this ball valve. Status open, type. So there's some predefined ones in there. We'll have to have a hunt around to see if we can customize those. The description, who it's assigned to, location, due date, start date. That's something new for ACC. I don't remember seeing that in BIM 360, so it needs to be started today, and it's due on Thursday. Whatever the root cause is, so design coordination, photos, files, RFIs or assets. Okay, and activity log just shows what was done and when. Okay, so I guess if you've got add references, you can link back to other files within your ACC project as well. I'm just going to delete that because I'm not using it. And also as well, so it looks like here, and I'm not exactly sure how this works because I get an error on this. So if you're watching this and you know what this button is doing, I think it looks like, I'm assuming it might be something for screenshots. But if you do know what it is for, please let me know in the comments section below. I am trying to chase it up myself to see what it is or does, but it doesn't look like it works for me at the moment, but we'll have to see what that is. Measuring tool, so you can calibrate. So I know that the gap between these is 10 millimeters. So now that I do any other measurements, so if I want to measure from here, so I've got 3 millimeters there. And as I drag those out, so I know that there is, what's that, approximately 20 millimeters from end to end across there. So maybe not necessarily for PNIDs, but in the 3D sense, it could be handy for you to sort of measure between 2 points, maybe even on sort of 2D orthos. That way you can sort of measure and see what you want. So there is another one here for, for taking sort of like creating a line. Okay, so you can draw across two lines in any sort of direction, I guess. And then we can grab our measurement from there. And it looks like as well, so you've got area functionality. Okay, so if you're doing sort of maybe, I guess, quantification, and you need to measure off drawings, then you could do it all in here. You've also got preset border colors and everything else down below, so you can edit and change those once you've drawn it. But if you wanted to predefine them, so if I wanted to change that sort of light blue color with a purple interior, then you can see that's already set up there. But you can also later come back and change that anyway from one color to another. All right. So that's really all I wanted to cover today. Just some of the features on markups and issues. But like I said, if you are watching this and you know how this camera function works, I am trying to get it to work, but I'm not exactly sure how it works, and I can't sort of find anything online about it. But please feel free to make a comment in the comment section below. But that's about it for today. So thanks for watching. Thumbs up if you liked the video, thumbs down if you didn't. Please do subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you next week for some more Plant 3D and Autodesk Construction Cloud. And again, if you have any comments, please leave them in the comment section below. But I will see you next week. Thanks for watching. See ya.